right, the Bucks. It is the starting 11 predictor show with me, Fumane before Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs. And I could pick the 11 players that I want to start versus Kaizer Chiefs. That's something I could do, right? I could do that. But what fun is in doing that? So what I want to do in this particular segment is I want to pick the 11 players that I think the head coach is going to pick to start against Kaizer Chiefs. So this is the starting 11 that I think Jose Rivero is going to put out to start versus Kaizer Chiefs in the Soweto derby. So quick disclaimer there. It's the starting 11 that the head coach is going to put out. So don't come for me in the comment section and say, I think, right, you're wrong in this. This is who I think the head coach is going to pick. And without further ado, in the goalkeeping position, I'm going to go with Sipho Shaheen. I think that's an obvious one. I think the head coach is obviously going to go with Sipho Shaheen. You know what? Melusi Buthelezi is a decent goalkeeper, but he hasn't made a sort of statement for himself or sort of justified himself as to why he should start as the Pirates number one. So yeah, you know what? I've got my thing about Sipho Shaheen, his ball playing ability. I don't think he's the greatest one, but I think at the club he's the closest thing to a ball playing goalkeeper that we've got compared to the other options. And yeah, he's just been doing okay, Sipho Shaheen, and I think he's going to start and should start at goalkeeper, in the goalkeeping position, I beg your pardon. And moving on over to left back, there's a temptation to want to choose Dion Hotto. That's who I probably would go for to start there, but I think the head coach is going to stick with his captain. I think Innocent Maela is the one who's going to play in that position for the reason that it's the Soweto derby, and he's going to be playing there. I mean, he played the last game as well versus Cape Town Spurs. And yeah, just also considering who I'm going to pick at left wing, I think that's why I'm going with Innocent Maela. I think the coach is going to be picking him there. And then moving on over to right back, before I pick my two centre backs, I think the head coach is going to go with Thabiso Munyane. I don't think there's anyone who'd be arguing with that. We've got a few opinions about Jose Rivero and making strange decisions, but I don't think he's going to be making any strange decision in the right back position. If Shandu was available, maybe it's a bit of a coin toss, but at the moment, I do think that Thabiso Munyane is going to be his go-to right back in almost every game, and especially the big ones. In centre back, it's obvious he's going to go with Olisanda and Thapelo Qoki. Sbisi, I think, walked off injured, if I'm not mistaken. I think he walked off injured. If he's not, I just think he's going to go with, just fitness-wise, I think he's going to go with Thapelo Qoki and Olisanda. Mteto is someone who's fallen down the pecking order by a mile. I mean, I don't know if he's injured. There's a lot of secrecy around Orlando Pirates and injuries and that sort of thing. But if he hasn't fallen down the pecking order and he's injured, yeah, that would be great. But otherwise, I think he's fallen down the pecking order and is not within the starting 11 anytime soon. And then moving on over to, the double pivots, the two center midfield positions, the two number sixes. Look, I want to give our coach the benefit of the doubt. If you've watched my previous videos, especially in the build-up, in the preview video that I did for this Kaizer Chiefs game, I said that, the coach is someone who's full of surprises with this sort of thing where you think something is nailed on, this player should start, and then you'll see a sudden shuffle in the starting 11, especially in these big games. He's guilty of doing that sort of thing. But look, I think, for one, when the head coach likes someone, he really likes him. And I think if Talent Mbata is a Jose Rivero signing, because he's been in the country for a while now, there's rumor of him being the one who signed Spelo Baloni as well, and you'd see how he plays someone that he signed or he likes, in the way that we used to see Spelo Baloni a lot after signing for us. I mean, he'd keep some of the big guys on the bench, Spelo Baloni. But has since also fallen down the pecking order. I don't know if it's injury related as well in that regard. But yeah, this is all to say that I think we're going to see Talent Mbata tomorrow as much as I say, the coach, he's got the surprises and all of that stuff. But I don't think we're going to see any of the usual faces in Munari and Tim. I think we're going to see Talent Mbata alongside Makehle and Makaula. I think he's going to stick with that midfield. It has been doing okay so far, and I think he should go for it, and I think we will see it. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Ndlondlo, but yeah, if Ndlondlo's around, maybe, but I don't think so. I beg your pardon. I think we're going to see Talent Mbata and Makehle and Makaula. And ahead of them, obviously, this is another one of those positions that is obvious. I don't think we're going to be seeing Erasmus in that position. I don't think we're going to be seeing Kabelo Dlamini. I don't think we're going to be seeing Lesedi Kapinga in that number 10. I think we're obviously going to be playing with Patrick Maswanganyi as the number 10. And then on the left wing, listen, I'm tempted to go Dion Hotto because the coach does that thing again where, you think Relebogile Mofokeng is doing well and then he just drops him and he plays Hotto, sort of his trusted options, because Jose Rivero is a very tactical guy. I think he likes to play within sort of system, and he likes very tactical players who've got a tactical nous and they know where to be and that kind of thing. But Mofokeng maybe can still improve in that regard. But I also just think that he's too good to not play in these games. I think the coach is going to think so as well. I think he's got the pressure of dropping him, as much as he's someone who is stubborn with these decisions at times where he'll make these calls and stick by them. But I think he's going to be under so much pressure to not play Mofokeng as well. Mofokeng, by the way, if I may say this, is not the kind of teenager that needs to be shielded. Oh, this is a big game, whatever. He's going to get too big-headed and all of that stuff. I think Mofokeng knows how good he is. I think he's too big a Charlie to be shielded and want to be groomed right. However, I also do want to say that, Jose Rivero is a very grounded man. He's very humble and he likes a humble team. I mean, he characterizes the Orlando Pirates club squad team as humble and ambitious, and it's that Spanish thing that Spanish men have, that humility, that work hard but be humble. And maybe it's going to be good for Mofokeng to have had his formation as a professional player and going into adulthood under Jose Rivero. Maybe it'll play a big part in sort of staying grounded, because that part is needed in the sport. But also, I think you've not got to limit him. You shouldn't limit him too much. You've got to let him believe who he thinks he is. I think the best soccer players in the world, they've got a bit of ego to them. That thing of knowing I'm the best and not having anyone convince me otherwise. You think of Kylian Mbappe, he's got that thing. Erling Haaland, the best young players, Vinicius Jr. at the moment, Pedri. Those guys, Jude Bellingham, and I could go on. They've just got that arrogance of knowing, that ego, and I think Mofokeng has got to have that. You can't knock that out of him, because he's not going to be the best without it. To be the best, he's got to think he is the best. And so, he's got to play in these games and try out things and show himself to be the player that he thinks he is. So I think the coach is going to agree with me, and he's going to play Mofokeng as left wing tomorrow. And then at right wing, again, if you've watched my previous videos, you know who I think should play there. But again, I'm going to give the coach the benefit of the doubt. I think he's going to go with Saleng. I think he's going to go with Saleng in this one. I think he's, obviously, like I said, I think he's a very stubborn man in that regard, where he sticks by his decisions. Just this game, I think the coach, I don't know, actually. I really don't know, but I think he's gonna go with Saleng in this one. I've just got a sense he's gonna see things as a lot of people see them, that Saleng should be in the starting 11. I hope it's not a fight that they have or whatever, because if it's purely footballing, I think he's gonna put him in. But if it's just another thing about, he's fallen out of favor with the coach, they're fighting for what have you, or other things, then we might not see Saleng, but I think we're going to see him tomorrow. And at centre forward, to wrap this up, we're obviously going to see Evidence Mahopa. He was rested I think he was rested. I don't think it was an injury. No one's suspended at the moment, according to the head coach. So I think we're going to see Evidence Makgopa playing as centre forward. Might we see Kembele Erasmus? I'm starting to sort of think about it now. No, I don't think so. I think we're going to see Evidence Makgopa. I think Lepasa, given the opportunity, didn't grab it. I would still play him. But yeah, I mean, obviously Mabasa is another shout. He's a good finisher in the box. But I think the coach is going to go with Evidence Makgopa. That's the one he trusts at the moment to lead the line for him. Okay, then, that's the 11. And yeah, where have I gone wrong? Where do you think I'm giving the coach too much credit? Where do you think I'm disrespecting the coach? Where do you think I'm wrong in thinking the coach is going to play that particular player? Yeah, all of that, please put it in the comment section. It has been a great time doing this. I'm going to be doing this a lot going forward. So do expect that before a couple of hours before every game, you're going to see the Starting 11 Predictor Show premiering on YouTube. Anyway, up the mighty Bucks. Cheers. Listen, hit that subscribe button. Do it right now. I demand it. And I thank you for it, for your compliance.